Well, guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mark Pyers, home-based business tax coach and wealth coach. I'm also the CEO and founder alongside my beautiful wife and business partner, Mrs. Lavita Pyers, of the one and only Simplistic Academy of Financial Education, where we teach directly from the IRS what the school system has somehow, or for whatever reason, been forbidden to teach the masses. And that is a very important subject about your money, that the more you know, the less you legally, ethically owe in taxes. Guys, we believe that everybody should pay every dime that they owe in taxes and not 1 cent more. And many of you are giving the IRS a big fat tip. And that information actually comes from the IRS. And in this video today, I am going to be sounding the alarm once again, why it is vital that you start to save as much money as you possibly can in real money, physical, silver, and gold. And if you have the ability, and we can share that information with you, to attach some of your money to a digital form of physical silver and gold that you can click the button and have it delivered to your house. Guys, buckle up your seatbelt. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to click off of this video, because what you are about to discover is the hidden secret of the wealthy that the masses have never been told, that has cost them their financial future. And I'm not kidding. Are you guys ready? Buckle up your seatbelt. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so what I want to do, guys, first is I want to expose the hidden truth about the Federal Reserve note, the very dollar that you and I trade our time for. You know, I'm often asked this question: Mark, do you believe that the US dollar will ever collapse? And I always say, that all depends on what you mean by collapse. In my opinion, the US dollar has collapsed hundreds of times. Let me give you an example. And so again, I'm going to take you back to 1964, and we're going to do 1964 to 2022. And so what you're watching here on the screen is what's called an inflation calculator. And when I go ahead and click calculate, this is going to calculate $100 saved under your mattress in 1964, never invested, never earned any interest, and what the purchasing power of that $100 is today in 2022. So let me go ahead and hit calculate. And so here's what this is telling you. $100 saved in 1964 today requires $955.39 to purchase the same goods and services that the $100 saved on your mattress in 1964 would have purchased you. Okay, now I want to make sure that this is very clear. Okay, so let me go ahead and expand this so you guys can read along with me. And so again, what it says here is value of $100 from 1964 to 2022. $100 in 1964 is the equivalent in purchasing power to about $955.39 today. That's an increase of $855.39 over 58 years. Wow. And so lastly, I want to go ahead and put the nail in the coffin. This means that today's prices are 9.55 times higher than the average prices in 1964. According to who? According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index, according to the government. A dollar today only buys 10.467% of what it purchased in 1964. I hope you guys got what I just put down, because now I am about to expose you to the hidden knowledge about money that has been hidden from the masses for over 58 years. Buckle up your seatbelt. And so here we are on Google, and I went to Google and I said, when did the United States dollar stop being backed by silver? And you guys can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and blow this up so you guys can see this if you're watching this on your cell phone. And here's what it said. On July 23rd, 1965, President Johnson approved the Coin Act in 1965, which removed silver from the circulating coins and authorized that clad coins be used for the half, dollar, quarter, and dime. What this just told you is that in 1965, President Johnson ordered the Coin Act of 1965, which removed silver from the coins that we used to hold in our pocket. Let me wrap this thing up in a way that you guys will never forget. I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to know the truth, you might want to go ahead and click off of this video, because what you're about to see right now, if you grew up in this last 58 years and you're feeling the inflation today, you might be a little upset, and you should have a right to be upset. Let me show you guys something really quick, okay? Okay, so somebody say, Mark, show me the facts, right? Show me the facts. And I'm not talking about car facts, right? So what you're looking at right now on the screen is a 1950 quarter. Up until 1965, our money had up to 90% of silver, okay? So here's a chart, and I'm gonna put this link inside of the description of this video. And so what we're gonna look at is a list of items that used to contain physical silver, and we're gonna go all the way up to 1964. So we can see that we had Roosevelt dimes in 1964. We had quarters from 1892 to 1916. We had a quarter from 1932 to 1964. We also had silver dollars. You guys remember the silver dollars? But those went from 1878 to 1921. And then we had a Kennedy half a dollar, 1965 to 1970. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the actual quarter from 1932 to 1964. And then I'm going to say, enter the quantity of quarters, and we're going to put 4 quarters, which would be equal to $1, right? And I'm going to hit submit. Now, this chart knows what the current value of 1 ounce of silver is today. So it's going to convert it based on the value of an ounce of silver today. And you guys can see that 4 quarters, I put in 4 quarters right here, right? So $1 in real money silver prior to 1965, when the government stole our money, and I'm going to show it to you right now, okay? That $1 is worth $14.58. Okay, so now that we know that our money used to contain physical silver, what I wanted to know was, if I had saved, if I had been taught this information, and I had simply saved in physical silver from 1964 to 2022, would that money have maintained its purchasing power? Would I be feeling the inflation today that we're talking about in the news, that they're talking about in the news in 2022? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you to buckle up your seatbelt, because you are about to be totally blown away. And so what I wanted to know is, I wanted to know, what was the cost of a brand new 1964 Mustang in 1964? And I found the answer right here. You guys can see right here. It says, and I'm going to highlight where I'm reading at, okay? It says right here, the Mustang was conceived as a working man's thoroughbred, according to Ford. The first models featured a long hood and a short rear deck, and carried a starting price tag of $2,300. Let me expand this, because I want you guys to see that, okay? $2,300. And so what I wanted to know, if I went out today to purchase a brand new Mustang, what would that cost? Well, let's take a look. And so, guys, this is what I found. I found a 2022 Mustang here for $103,000. Look, that thing must get up and go to work without taking the owner with it, right? I mean, are you kidding me? So here's one for $50,420, brand new. Here's another one for $41,035. And here's another one again, guys. I'm not sure what kind of Mustang this is. This thing must go to work. It has to get up and go to work for $103,000. So we're going to take this one right here, guys, $41,000. And let me remind you that 4 quarters from 1964 and beyond, prior to 1965, 4 quarters based on the silver content alone is worth $14.58. It's important that you guys remember that amount, $14.58. Okay, let's go back. We're going to take this $41,000 Mustang, and we're going to see if you had simply learned to save in silver, could you purchase this same car with the same money from 1964? What do you think? Well, let's take a look. Let me bring up a calculator. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that $41,035 and we're going to simply divide that by the value of those 4 quarters, which was $14.50. So divided by $14.50 equals $2,830. I want to pause for a minute and see if any of you actually caught that. In fact, I want you to comment in this video if you caught what just happened. I want to go ahead and erase this again. We're going to take that $41,000 Mustang, that's the price tag in 2022. We're going to divide that by, let me go back over here so you guys can remember. We're going to divide that by the 4 quarters, right? Remember, guys, I put 4 quarters in quantity, and those 4 quarters equals up to $1 with a value of $14.58. Okay, let's go back over here. Let me bring back up the calculator. So simple math, we're going to take that 41,000, we're going to divide that by $14.50, which is the equivalent of those 4 silver quarters saved under your mattress in 1964, and we're going to hit equal. And so what you just saw is that I can take the same amount of money from 1964 and I can walk into a dealership and I can buy a brand new Mustang, even though the Mustang today is $41,000. Guys, I got to put this in perspective for you. And what I want to do is I want to show you the percentage that we're talking about. Okay, so let me take a look here. So remember, that brand new Mustang was $2,300 in 1964. Today is $41,000. We're talking about a 1,682% increase. But for those of you that want to be educated, the real truth is this. We're talking about a $1,682 decrease in the purchasing power of your $2,300 saved under your mattress in 1964. I hope you guys got what I just put down. So now do you understand why I'm so passionate about sharing with the masses what unfortunately the school system and the elite wealthy has refused to teach, and that is that real money, silver and gold, has always protected the purchasing power of your dollar. However, today, this real money here has been lost. This is what real money sounds like right here, okay? And can you imagine if there was 2 rules that you could learn from the IRS directly that would allow you to be able to amass silver, real money, and it be a legal tax deduction, reducing the amount of money you're currently losing in taxes. Guys, I'm telling you, I am an educator. I'm not a salesperson, okay? Everybody that you know needs to see this video. And so, guys, with that being said, I want you to share this information. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You want to hit that little bell and make sure that you are notified anytime that I drop a video, because you better believe it's going to be information to save you and your family money for generations to come. I'm going to put a link down at the bottom for you guys to be able to get more information. What is your risk? Your risk is now knowing that you can never unsee what you just saw. See, a lot of people are asking that question. Can the dollar collapse to zero? And here's my answer. History shows us that every country that has a fiat or had a fiat currency, such as the US dollar, has a 100% track record of going to zero. But even if the dollar never goes away, if your $100 no longer buys what your $100 used to buy at the time that you exchanged your labor for it, didn't your $100 collapse to zero, now requiring you to add more money to give it life? That'll hit you about 3 o'clock in the morning, right before you get ready to hit that snooze alarm, guys. Hey, it's Mark Pyers, home-based business tax coach and wealth coach, CEO and founder, along with my beautiful wife and business partner, of the most incredible tax educational platform like none other, the Academy of Financial Education, where we educate you directly from the IRS, and then we show you vehicles so you can amass wealth, whatever that means to you. We'll see you guys on the right side of money.